Hello, it's Terry. How can I help you?
Hi, Terry. This is Rita.
Hey, Rita. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Chico, California.
All right, let's get right into it. What would you like to talk about? What would you like to discuss?
I'd like to discuss some real estate that I'm invested in. Originally came into the real estate like in 1980.
All right.
And when I bought this real estate, it was for a family home, and it had a couple of rentals with it. And It was out in the middle of the orchards. So it had a shell dirt road coming to it.
You got any land with that? How much land you got?
I have 2/3 of an acre.
Okay.
And this property was annexed into the city and rezoned for medium to high density around the year 2000.
Okay.
So it can be developed. I have 3 houses on it and a studio, which is non-conforming.
Yeah. What are you doing with the studio? Is it office space, or you got a little somebody that wants to live there?
Well, that's another issue because
Another day.
I have had people living in it, and then somebody went to the city and reported it. So now I have a code violation. So I have a choice with the city to make it into an ADU.
Yep.
Or to change it back into storage or a garage.
Okay, let me stop you right there for 1 second, Rita. Just for everybody that doesn't know, an ADU is an accessory dwelling unit. And right now, all the states are excited for people like Rita. Please, Rita, please put another unit so that we can get rid of the housing problem. Now they love you, but before they didn't like you. They didn't want you to do all that stuff. And they write you up with code violations. So they're just flippity floppity. And I know what you're going through, Rita, because I've had code violations, and they weren't the greatest people to work with. They pissed me off. But anyway, this ain't about me. All right, so keep it going.
So the property is zoned now for it's like a 13 per acre for medium density, or 25 per acre for high density.
Okay. Rita, could you stop right there? I'm not that smart. I don't know what you're talking about. What does that mean, 13 and 25, please? Could you explain that?
That means 13 units, 2-story, or 25 units, 2-story.
Wow.
So behind me is a new 45 2-unit, 2-story development that just went in last year. Now those units are for 1 bedroom right now. They're advertising at $1,450 for 1 bedroom. So they are adjacent to me on my west boundary, and so this area, the city does want to see a higher density here.
Okay.
Because we're close to shopping, 5 minutes to North Valley Plaza, and it's close to the university, about 10 minutes from Chico State.
Wow, nice property.
Yeah, and so there's a very low vacancy factor in Chico because we usually have like 20,000 people coming in here twice a year for the university, But I've been trying to exit this investment because I want to move away from this area.
Right.
So in 2019, what I did was I switched over from having rentals to making it an Airbnb, which I had a 12-bed Airbnb in 2019.
Wow.
And so I have the whole place now furnished with everything. I mean, paintings, rugs, linens, pots, pans, So when COVID came, I closed everything down because there was a shelter in place. And I decided to market the property. So when I put it up to market, it went up for $950.
Okay.
The realtor didn't show at one time. He's in LA.
Oh yeah.
So he was crying the blues and wanted to reduce the price. So I reduced the price $50,000. what I saw happen, he still didn't. He's in LA. He doesn't know the property.
No.
He doesn't know the town. He doesn't realize this is a boom town. And so someone came out to see the property. Well, they do what developers do, because developers are interested in this.
Mm-hmm.
They start crying the blues about everything they see.
Trying to drive you down, trying to make you feel guilty.
Right. So then immediately, that's why, he believed everything they said, because he's actually never seen the property. He's never taken the time to come up here and look at it. Mm-hmm. And so now someone had an appointment for a week to come to see the property. I was out of state. And when they showed up, they couldn't get in to see the property because they didn't have the code to the lockboxes.
Right.
And so no one here to service them, right? Mm-hmm. So they never saw the property. So now he's crying the blues and wants me to reduce the price again. I'm going, no, it's time for a new realtor.
Yeah. Could I ask you a question though? What is you said you had 12 rooms as Airbnb. What kind of rates were you getting? Were you doing weekly, monthly, nightly?
I was doing all of the above.
Okay. Give me some numbers.
Monthly.
I love numbers. Give me some numbers. Well, just ballpark.
I was acting about $10,000 a month.
$10,000 a month. And were you getting it at one time by chance, or?
Yes.
Wow.
I was getting it in 2019.
Okay. Wow.
When it was open. And I think that's a low number because I was not fully 100% functional but everything was under 28 days because I didn't want to have a tenant. Yeah,
exactly.
I got sick and tired of being a landlord. I got so burned out on it.
Yeah.
So I kept everything under 28 days, and I was renting primarily to workers that were coming here because of the fire. Exactly. Drone operators, first responders, PG&E workers. People displaced by the fire, trying to see about their insurance and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I was really, I was booked full all the time.
How much in advance, just for fun, how much in advance were you booked as far as months? Do you remember? You got an idea you could tell me? It sounds so interesting.
I was booked into
6 months in advance, 3 months in advance?
February, yeah. I usually don't take anything 3 months in advance.
Okay. All right, cool.
So I put the perimeters so I keep it sort of immediate.
Yes.
So exactly. In case I want to, my whole plan every time I'm doing something is how soon can I get out of this?
All right. Hold on one second, Rita. So all my listeners out there, listen to Rita. She's successful. She says her strategy is to what, Rita? Say that one more time, please.
To figure out how soon can I get out of it.
How soon can she get out of the deal, you guys? Listen to that.
But I can't get out of it. I've been in this deal for so many years, and I can't seem to exit the deal.
All right.
This real estate, I'm trying to move on.
So why did you call me, Rita, now? How did you find out about me? Tell these guys how you found out about me.
Well, because I'm so frustrated with the realtors, and I started to go to some of the meetups and to try to figure out what was going on. And I realized, they're just trying to wholesale my property.
Yeah.
Like they want to buy my property and flip it, so they're trying to tell me it's worth half of what it is and argue with me about things that are ridiculous, such as, the shower surround or something. I mean, what does that have to do with anything?
All right.
And so a lot of issues have come up over the years because of development all around me on three sides, and having them pushing on my boundaries. And I'm like, I should have become a realtor, I guess, but I never wanted to.
Me neither.
And I never wanted to be a landlord. And so now I have this real estate, And I started going to the meetups to try, and now I see how they're putting together these deals. So they want, they want this really wholesale. They have a wholesale buyer, or they want to buy it themselves for their deal, for their group. And so I started to try to get educated. And then when I saw that you were an actual coach, I'm thinking, oh my God, that's what I thought my realtor was going to be, a coach. They're not even my friend. They're not even working for me. I need somebody on my side helping me to figure this out.
Yes, Rita, you called the right guy. Rita, what is your reason? You're a motivated seller, but you're not a desperate seller. What is your reasoning for selling?
Here.
Yeah, what is your reasoning for selling? Where do you want to move to?
I want to retire, and I'm moving to Florida because that's where my children are.
All right.
I don't want to live in Chico, and although I know a lot of people have an Airbnb, and they manage it, remotely.
Yes, but you don't want to do that. Rita, I love what you're saying. Listen, you guys, she's ready to go. She's done her thing. She doesn't want to be lowball. She just wants a good amount so that she can move on. And that's the key in doing real estate. You got to make the person happy. And if you make them happy and if you do everything correctly, you could be happy. So, Rita, what are you asking for right now? Let's just go ahead and get to the bottom line because I know what you're trying to do. What are you asking for it right now?
Well, right now, a cash buyer come in here. They've got 3 houses, basically 4 units. They have 2/3 of an acre. They can develop, or they can split these up and sell them separately. One of the houses is a Eichler house. I'm not sure it's a genuine Eichler, but it's an Eichler style.
What is an Eichler? I've never heard that word.
Well, Eichler was a student of Frank Lloyd Wright, and he built a lot of houses in this Northern California, and people collect them.
Oh, wow.
They're like collector houses that people restore.
Okay.
So, there are realtors who only sell Eichler homes.
Wow. Thank you.
And, yeah. So, if you find an Eichler and you restore it, it's going to be worth well more than if you find just a regular tract home or something and restore it. But Eichler homes are very much in demand, and the realtors who specialize in selling Eichler homes are always looking for one to sell or to buy.
Okay, so now I got that. How much are you asking for the property?
Okay, originally I put the property up for $999. And so I was then convinced to take it down to $950, and now I have it at $899, which I think is a low price. Zillow, who can't seem to get straight that I have 3 houses here.
Oh yeah,
because they have each of the houses separate.
Yeah, they can't comp them.
Yeah, so they do have it though. With this house at $898.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Your code violations.
I have one.
Just one. So did they give you a price? What's it going to cost to convert?
No, I'm supposed to come up with that, but I want to say that unit has a great bathroom and a great kitchen in it already.
Okay. All right.
So it was a garage, so it's not a non-conforming structure.
It just needs probably the permit. They want you to get the permit for it.
They want me to get the permit, and I'm a little reluctant to do that because I think that will trigger new taxes.
Yeah,
Because I'm on, Chapter 13.
Yeah,
Proposition 13 taxes. So
exactly.
I thought that would trigger that.
Smart. It's very smart.
Yeah, so I didn't want to trigger that. And since I had the opportunity just to close down, I did that. So I just closed everything down for 2020.
Great. Let me ask you something here. What do you need to move and get going? Do you need all of that? Are you seller financing? Are you flexible at all? Just asking.
Well, it's not a matter of what I need. It's a matter of I need to take my equity and do probably a 1031.
Okay.
Into something else, because
defer taxes and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
I got it. You don't need the money right away to go live. You're already good, and you're just going to put that into another investment and you let it sit. So you're getting out.
Well, not all of it. I have a 250 exemption because I live here.
Yes.
And one of the houses are my designated residence. So this is another thing, why I can't be too remote, because this is my designated residence.
Right.
So to get my 250 exemption on my equity, I need to show this as my residence, and which it is now, according to my accountant and so forth.
Okay.
But so I need to get that 250 exemption. Then I need to set up a 1031 with whatever. My accountant has to figure it out.
Right. So
I'm not paid. It's not paid in full, but I do have a low mortgage on it.
So just one option. If I was to guarantee you a certain amount of rent, and I went in and took over it and rented it as an Airbnb, would you be opposed to that with the guaranteed rent?
No, not if you had a maintenance agreement.
Yeah.
So I don't have to run back every time you have a leaky faucet.
No, it's all my responsibility. So how much money?
I would be totally open to that.
How much money would you want a month from me if I guaranteed it to you?
I would have to figure that out.
Let's just do ballpark. With $9,000, $10,000, somewhere up in that ballpark, just ballpark.
Well, I don't know probably, but I don't know. I have to look at numbers. I can't just come up with a number off the top of my head. I would, as long as I was making a decent profit, I would be and didn't have any problems.
Yes, that's the solution for you. You know what, Rita? I like
my property is going to go up in value here because I'm in a high growth area, and because it's multifamily zoned. Which is rare to get here because we are surrounded by a green belt. So there's only so much land around Chico.
Yes.
That you can develop on, and they're developing on every single square foot of it now.
Yep, definitely. And there's not enough land. And if I believe if we had cheaper lumber prices, everything, people would be buying and selling and building like crazy. But lumber's so expensive. Rita, I think we got everything. I think I'm going to pursue this myself personally because you're a person that seems motivated, and you seem that you want to work with an investor versus a realtor. The realtor hadn't done the job they were supposed to do. So you're the type of seller I want to work with because we can go back and forth and have a communication. And I'm so good with real estate, I figure I can find an opportunity to make a little money because that's what I'm trying to do also. So I'll try.
This is like this is a gold mine for anybody who buys this, because they can either develop this, they can live here and rent the other units, the houses out, they're separate houses, or they can knock those other houses down and build units there, or they can have a business here, like an Airbnb, and not be bothered. I mean, there's so many things you can do here.
And I wonder why nobody.
You can have a care facility, a group
home.
My
gosh, yeah.
Because we've zoned multifamily here for it.
You're laying it out on a silver platter for us, Rita. You're like, where are you guys at?
What is the problem?
You didn't call that guy named Terry Bontemps. He's all excited about what you got. If we wasn't in COVID, he'd probably be over there being your best friend right now. So.
And it's like, you can look at the property online. I can give you the address.
No. Don't give the address because remember we're taping and filming, not filming, but we're recording, so no address. But thank you. You see, you guys, Rita, we're gonna finish this up, and I just want to tell the real estate investors out there, look how nice Rita is. She's talking to me. I'm talking to her. When you guys really get real estate, this is what it's all about. I know you're going to seminars and they're teaching you to do this and offer 70% below market value. I'm not going to offend Rita by giving her a low ball offer like that. As nice as she is, I would never offend her. I have to meet her where she wants to meet. I have to figure out the way to make the money. That's what I do as a real estate investor. Rita, this is Terry. I'm going to call you back and we're going to have another conversation, but I want to stop the recording now because you gave us so much information. I wanted to use it as a learning experience for real estate investors and to show them the right way to respect people, treat people. Because I get those calls all the time from these I buy house people. They want to buy my house below market value. I said, I didn't buy this property to give you the discount. I'm trying to make the money.
Exactly.
Don't offend me. Don't piss me off. I'll hang up the phone. Talk to me like I'm a human.
Like, where were you the last 40 years I was working here?
That's right.
You should make the profit? Well, how does that make sense?
Listen, you guys. It's an actual seller telling you the truth. Quit offending people. Quit doing what the seminars tell you to do is make a lowball offer. Treat her with respect. Try to work within their framework. If she says yes, I say yes, we should both make money. That's win-win-win. And the person that comes in to the property, they should win. Everybody should win. You got to learn that, you guys. Rita, thank you. Is there anything else you want to leave these guys for advice on how they can be a successful real estate investor?
Well, I think, they have to be real. People are not stupid. I'm not stupid. I have this. The person who's coming in here and wants to be my realtor doesn't have anything. Doesn't he think I know something? I have like $1 million worth of real estate practically paid for. I know more than you do because you don't have any real estate. You just have a real estate license.
Wow, Rita, I've been saying that. Rita, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I just did a seminar and I told people there, I said, look, I came up and I was in the struggle. I didn't have good credit. I didn't have, the family to pass down and work with me. And I had some foreclosures, but I still wanted the American dream. So when I did real estate, I learned how to do it without banks. If I would have went to a realtor and asked a realtor to take me around to see Rita's property, the first thing I would have asked was, hey, do you have a pre-qualification letter? And I says, no, I don't, but I still want the American dream. And I've learned, Rita, how to do real estate without dealing with realtors. Now, again, not all realtors are bad, but realtors don't tell you the whole story. They want to make you think that you have to jump through their hoops and be the round peg. I'm the square peg. So me and Rita are going to try to figure this out. We don't need a realtor in between. It's not mandatory. Neither is it the law that you have to work with a realtor. But matter of fact, only time I use realtors is sell. I don't like using realtors.
Well, the other part I found is that most of the realtors are not realtors at all. They're investors. And they're looking for pre-market deals.
Yes.
And they're going to get yours. Because they're going to convince you that your property is not worth anything. And they're going to be back tomorrow to buy it.
Wow.
Most of them are just looking for deals. They're not really realtors.
Wow. Now, again, we got to make the disclosure because there's some realtors out there like, no, I'm not like that. We're not describing you. We know there are great realtors, but people got to understand. You got to think for yourself. You don't need a realtor to do this deal with Rita. Rita doesn't have to deal with a realtor to sell her property. Now, investors, we're a mess too because we want to go in and try to offer Rita less than what she's owed. So real estate investors, you are a mess too. I'm a mess because I used to do it and I still do it to today. But sometimes you run into people like Rita and the discount doesn't work. So try to find other ways. And if you need a coach and a mentor, call me 916-470-3869. I'll teach you how to have people like Rita give you a call so you can work out a deal with her. Rita, it's been wonderful and I'll call you right back.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.